Me reading the Bible. Adam and Eve. I might be doing this like commonly, so yeah. Adam and Eve in paradise. God called the first man Adam. Adam had an extremely clear and bright mind. He loved God and tried in every way to please him. God told Adam to rule all the other creatures. Since God wanted Adam to be happy, he planted a beautiful garden called the Garden of Paradise, for him to live in there, where all kinds of trees, plants, flowers, and fruits in this garden. Beasts and birds came to Adam, and he gave them names. In the middle of the garden, God also planted the tree of knowledge of the good and evil. God said to Adam, "You may eat of the fruit every other tree in this garden, but you must not eat the fruit or of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. If you eat it, you shall die." God put Adam to sleep, and taking one of his ribs formed a woman for his company. Her name was Eve, which means mother of all living. Adam and Eve were very happy in paradise because they loved God and they were in God's grace. The tree of life kept them from sickness and death. They were to live forever. Adam had all that he wanted. He knew that he would always be happy as long as he served God. He was to pass his happiness on to all who came after him, but he had to be tested to prove that he was worthy of the great blessing. Satan was jealous, so he tempted Eve to disobey God. One day, when she was near the tree of knowledge of a good and evil, he came to her in front of a serpent, and a serpent is a snake, which is like the devil's pet or something like that. And serpent and said to her, "You shall not die if you eat the fruit of this tree. You will be like God, knowing good and evil." Eve was led into sin because she listened to the devil. She ate the fruit and gave some to Adam, who also ate at once. They filled with shame and fear. God called Adam and Eve, asked them why did they had eaten the forbidden fruit. They tried to excuse themselves after God told Adam that he would have to work hard all the days of his life, and that he and his wife would have to die. He expelled them from the Garden of Paradise. Then God said to the serpent, "I will put hatred between you and the woman. She shall crush your head." God promised that the rule of Satan over mankind, he would be broken by the child womb, and a woman would bring into the world. This child was to be redeemer of the human race, and the blessed Virgin Mary would be his mother. Alright, so I forgot to read the first page, so I'll just read that right now. I'm sorry if this is so long, but it's worth it. It's worth it for me. God is the creator of heaven and earth and all of the things. The story of the creation. God is hold on, let me go to something real quick. I'm gonna go back. I just had to tell something to my mom. God is eternal. He had no beginning. He will have no end. God made the angels. They are the spirits like the soul of man. Lucifer was one of the most gorgeous and most beautiful of the angels. His name means beware of the light. He became very proud and even wanted to be as great as God himself. He cried out against God. I will not serve with him. Will the other angels will also refuse to obey God. But hold up, I'm sorry, I have to pause this, but I'm sorry. I just found out that my middle name was an archangel. So okay, I'm gonna go back to this. I'll start here. Very proud, and he wanted to be as great as God, as God himself. He cried out against God. I will not serve with him. Will other angels who also refuse to obey God. But the archangel Michael cried out, "Who is God?" Other good angels joined him in the great battle against Lucifer and his bad angels, and drove the bad ones into a place of eternal punishment. We call Lucifer Satan, and his bad angels devils. To have 15 place for a man to live. God intervened. On the first day, God made earth out of nothing. Then God said, "Let light be made." And at once light appeared. God separated light from darkness and called them day and night. On the second day, God made the blue sky and called it heaven. On the third day, God said, let the waters be under heaven. He put them together into a place and let the dry land appear. Let this dry land bring full grass and trees, plants, and other kind. On the fourth day, God made the sun and the moon, and the stars. On the fifth day, God made the fishes and the other creatures that will live in the water. He also made birds and other creatures like that to fly in the sky. On the sixth day, God made all the animals that were living on the ground. Then God said, I shall make man in my image. I shall make man to rule over all these things. God formed man out of dust of earth. Then he breathed into him a soul that will never die. On the seventh day, God rested from his work. He blessed that day, made it holy. Alright, so yeah, I just read 2 pages of the Bible right now. Probably tomorrow or the next day. No, because I have to go to my grandma, so probably after that, I'll read another page of the Bible. But hope you guys enjoyed that. Sorry it was so long, but I don't care if it was long. So bye.